welcome to my channel. My name is Waisha, and in today's video I will be ranking all of the juicers that I have used personally, and I'm going to be ranking them by brand so that you can see what's worth your money and what is not. Plus, I'll be sharing some amazing Black Friday deals as we go so you will know what's currently on sale and if it's a good time to buy. So before we get started, let me quickly explain how this tier system works. We have the elite tier, which is basically like this juicer is top of the line, 10 out of 10. Mind you, disclaimer, this is specifically my own thoughts and opinions, so just keep that in mind as we're going through this video, and I'll be sharing why I came up with that conclusion as well. If it's A tier, it is for juicers that are pretty excellent with maybe like 1 or 2 flaws or annoyances. B tiers is like for solid options. It's like, it's okay, you know, it gets the job done, but it's not exactly top tier. C tier is for juicers that get the job done, but it's like noticeable drawbacks. It's average, so to say. And lastly is the D tier, juicers that I just wouldn't recommend whatsoever at all, like no. Now that we have that, I want to first stop and give this video a shout out to our sponsors today, which is Canoli. Canoli is a brand that I've been working with lately, and they're an inexpensive juicer brand that allows you to get those juicing benefits without, you know, breaking the bank essentially. So thank you so much, Canoli, for sponsoring this video. And you'll be seeing a lot of their products in this video as well, so definitely stay tuned if you're interested in learning more about them. Okay, so let's get started with the Canoli J2. The Canoli J2 is amazing. I found that the quality of juice is absolutely top tier. The warranty is amazing. It is a 14-year warranty. Fun fact, I actually just broke my Canoli juicer. I had it for a little over a year, maybe a year and 3 months to be exact, and the hopper part cannot come off, and I also broke the spout and also the piece on the pulp catcher. So I'll actually be testing out their warranty very soon, and I'll be documenting my experience and journey, so definitely subscribe if you want to see that. But aside from that, I've had a really good experience with this juicer, so I would have to put it in the elite tier, at least for now, because I love this juicer. It's very fast, the quality is amazing, the cleanup is super easy, and you rarely get any pulp in the juices. In the rare occurrences when you do, it's most likely things like celery or something like that, which is pretty common across most juicers that I've used. So we're going to definitely have to place this in elite. Now, before we move on to the next one, I kind of wanted to show just their website really quickly. Typically, the Canoli J2 is always at $550, but they do have payment plans. But I went on their website and they're having a Black Friday deal, which I'm really shocked by because normally I don't see any deals throughout the year other than the deals you can get from creators that have discount codes. So Canoli has a sale going on apparently. It looks like they'll be dropping a Black Friday sale on November 29th. So if you're seeing this video before then, hopefully you check it out if you've been waiting for the Canoli. That's going to be dropping, and then I'll also leave some discount codes in my description below. You'll get an additional 10% off of whatever that deal is. All right, so let's move on to the next one. So I've tried 2 Huron products. I tried the H320 as well as the H310. So we're going to start with the H320. It grew on me a little bit, I'm not going to lie. It became one that I found that I use constantly. At first, when I tried it, I realized it was much slower than the Canoli, and that annoyed me in the beginning. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, okay, I need my juice ASAP, but I noticed the quality of the juice was really, really good, and I think it was attributed to the fact that it was juicing it much slower. I enjoy it. The hopper is actually larger than the Canoli J2, which I found pretty amazing, so I'm able to get much more produce in there. For the Huron is 10 years on the motor, and it's 2 years for the parts, which I think is still relatively good. In terms of cleaning, it's pretty much head and head with the Canoli J2, which makes sense because the Huron manufactures the Canoli J2, so you will see a lot of the parts are the exact same. So with this juicer, I've had pretty much no trouble when it came to getting things stuck. It did really good with every produce I've tried, from leafy greens to hard produce and even soft produce. So I've had no problems when it comes to performance. If you want to see more detail about each of these juicers and how they perform, cleanup, the assembly, disassembly, I have a whole playlist for you called the Juicing Compared playlist. So definitely be sure to check them out if you want to see a little bit more of what these juicers can and cannot do. But aside from that, I will have to say that this juicer goes in my elite tier. I have to put it in elite because to me it's just as good as the Nama 2. Genuinely, I enjoy using it. In fact, I've been using it a lot since my Nama J2 broke. So let's move on to the Huron H310. So I had high hopes for this juicer. I can say that because having such a good experience with the H320, I assumed I was going to get roughly the same experience with the H310. Now, this juicer is used for different things. It's mainly for people that wants to travel and juice, or if you have a very small space or studio and can't have big bulky juicers or appliances, it's really good for that. But it comes at a trade-off. I wouldn't recommend it for batch juicing. Another thing that kind of disappointed me about this juicer when I tried it was that it keeps a lot of pulp in the juice, and I'm a pulp-free girly. I don't like that. With that being said, I'm thinking of placing it in the, let's do C tier. I'm gonna put it in C tier for now. So right now on the website, okay, it looks like they're having a deal here. It says $200 off, up to $200 off of juicers. Okay, we have some deals here. So the H320 is currently $479, which isn't bad. It's normally $600, which is really good. The H310 is also on sale for $339, which is really good. And if you want to save even more, definitely use my discount code YESHA10. I'll be sure to leave all the codes in the description as well, so you can get some additional savings with those Black Friday deals. Okay, so let's move on to Canoli. So I've been using Canoli for a while now. I had a video that actually went viral of me trying one of their first products against the Nama, and I don't think that product exists anymore, but since then, they have been listening to the comments and been improving their products. So let's start with the Canoli J24. So the Canoli J24, I was really happy when they released this one. I felt like they really listened and gave it everything that we've been asking for, which is a larger hopper. We want easier cleanup and less pulp, and this model delivered. So I can say that there's still some annoyances when it comes to pulp. I still get a little bit of pulp in my juices, not as much, but I still get some. And cleanup can be a little bit of an annoyance because of how the pulp extractor is set up. So you have to kind of get the brush that they have in the box and kind of scrape in there and get that extra pulp out. But aside from that, I use this juicer often as well. I like to cycle through my juicers, of course, because I have so many of them. And I found that I really enjoy using the JE24s. The only another annoyance I want to mention is sometimes it can get pretty loud when it comes to juicing harder produce like beets or something like that. I notice it gives out this wail that's a little annoying. But other than that, it does really good. I enjoy using it, so I'm going to have to put this in my... I would have to put it in A tier. I would, because if I didn't have my Nama in the Huron H320, I definitely for sure would be using this next, even over the Huron H310. So we're going to place this in the 8 tier. All right, so let's move on to the Canoli J73. Now this one was really interesting. They decided to do something different and have the pulp catcher inside of the juicer, right? So it minimizes mess and all of that. And although I think that's an innovative approach, I personally didn't care for it too much, if I'm honest. I like seeing everything, right? So even with the part that, holds the juice, I noticed with this juicer, I will have to keep my spout open because I can't see when the juice is filling up within the chamber. So that's one of the things. Again, it's a great compact design, but it minimizes visibility to me, and I don't like that too much. So that's one of the things that's kind of annoying. And like the other JE24 model, with harder produce, it can get pretty loud, specifically with like beets or celery, for example. And that's another minor annoyance. The other annoyance, which again is similar to the JE, but I will say it's worse for me, is the pulp cleaning. So because it's tucked away in this unique design, I find that I have to kind of get in there differently. And it's a little bit annoying trying to make sure that I get all that pulp out. So with this, I find I really have to get in there and make sure it's clean. But aside from that, it's spot on with the JE24. The hopper is much larger, so it's easier to put much more produce in there. The quality is really good. In fact, I noticed that this model actually has the least amount of pulp inside of the juices after it is juiced, which I love. Like, there's nothing better than juicing and just taking the cup and drinking and not worrying about pulp. Oh, and by the way, so the warranty on their website states that these are also a 15-year warranty. Let me double check to make sure I'm not putting my foot in my mouth. Okay, yes. So their website states that they offer a 15-year warranty on the motor and a 1-year component warranty. So with that being said, I'm going to have to put this juicer, we're going to put it in B tier for sure. So next we have the Canoli J60 model. And it's interesting because in the beginning, I can say I really enjoyed this model, but I noticed over time it started to, I don't want to say decline in performance for me, or maybe it was like I started juicing different things. I realized it wasn't as optimal as it was when I tried it initially. So for example, I tried dandelion greens recently with beets, as well as celery, and I believe apples, and maybe ginger as well. And I realized it did not perform well. I had to constantly use the pusher. I had to open it and make sure it move, produce around so that I can get unstuck. And it was a hassle for me. I can say that it was quite a hassle. It left quite a bit of pulp. And cleanup is quite annoying as well. So this one for me, I would have to definitely say it's a little bit lower in comparison to the other cannoli models. But again, this one was also made a while back ago. So I feel like they've seen the comments from people and other people that were trying and reviewing the product and improved it. And now we have products like the J24 as well as the J74. So this model is also compact in design. So I would recommend this if you want to travel, for example. So if you don't want to spend over like $400 for a juicer, this is a good option if you want something just while you go. Or if you also have a compact space and you want to have something small in your house, I would recommend this juicer for that. So aside from this, I say that this juicer, it gets the job done. It gets the job done, but there is setbacks involved. So with that being said, I'm going to put this in C tier. Let's take a look at the Canoli website. So right now they have a deal going on to where you can save up to 60% on their juicers with an additional 20% off. And here are some of the juicers that they have listed here. And most of these are the ones that we have ranked today. So definitely check them out if that's something you're interested in. All right, and lastly is the AMZ Chef, the 5.3 hopper. Now, I tried this model, and again, I have videos of me comparing these models so you can see for yourself the experience that I had, the juice quality, the pulp, all the things. Be sure to check it out. I'll leave it in my description below. The AMZ Chef for me was not, I didn't have a good experience, honestly. I did not. In fact, I've used it once. And I vowed not to use it again. It was a hassle. So first off, simply opening the hopper was a challenge for me. I noticed in doing so, I hurt a nail. So I get my nails done and I had an accident. Let's just say that I had an accident with my nail. Anyways, I continued juicing and I noticed it was loud. I had to correct it multiple times. Cleanup was a pain as well. It was a pain. And to make matters worse, they say that you cannot use this in a dishwasher. So one thing I like to do with my parts and juicers is I like to give it a nice little scrub down, make sure it's clean. But then afterwards, I like to also throw it in the dishwasher to make sure like nothing is left behind. So I was kind of disappointed to find that the AMZ Chef, I was unable to use a dishwasher with it as well. It looks like they may have another 5.3 model. Oh, the one I got, it looks like it may have been the 5.2 model. So let me clear that up. The 5.2 inch hopper, and I'll be sure to leave a link in the description for all of these things. That one right now is on sale for $109, but at the time it was about $139. Let's see if they have a warranty. So according to the AMZ Chef's website, they have a 1-year warranty. They say the warranty covers defects in materials and workmanship under normal use, and it does not cover damage caused by misuse, abuse, and accidents. Again, this is on their website. Amazon may be something different. So with that being said, I'm going to have to put this in my D tier. All right, let's check their website to see if they have any Black Friday deals going on. All right, it looks like it does. It looks like they have a 30% off of all of their juicers, which is pretty nice. So let's see if they did an upgraded version of the juicer that I tried. It looks like they did. Okay, so they upgraded it, but the price is pretty up there. So right now, from the time I'm recording it, at least it is $300. Okay, yeah, and then you also get 30% off, so there we have it. So that's my rankings of the juices that I use personally. I would say, obviously, my personal favorites is the Nama J2 as well as the Huron H320, but I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below. What is your favorite juicer based on this ranking? Have you tried any of these yourself? Is there any opinions you have that are completely different from mine? Like, oh, absolutely not. I would love to hear all of it. Definitely let me know in the comments below. And aside from that, I hope this video was able to help you determine what juicer may be best for you. And again, if you need more, be sure to check out my playlist below where I actually tested all these juicers out personally so that you're able to see their performance as well. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share the love. I would truly appreciate it, and I hope to see you all in the next videos. Take care.